Hey, everybody.
He's got that slider working, this Grant Holmes. 1-2 to low.
1 and 2 to low.
You can get ahead with that fastball, too. You get guys to figure out it. He does a good job of keeping that slider falling part of the zone.
And I'll be right back.
There you go again.
There you go again.
Strong start to Grant Holmes. Couple of strikeouts. He got Abrams and then the pitch to low on the slider with a swing and a miss. Bravo is coming up.
New antiperspirant by Swamp. 48 hours of odor and wetness protection. So you can stay ahead of sweat and feel fresh all day. Swamp. No nonsense self-care from now.
If you have polycythemia vera or PV, it may impact your moments. While you may blame the way you feel on getting older, it could mean your PV is getting worse. It's time to help take control of your PV. For adults with PV who have already taken a medicine called hydroxyurea and it did not work well enough or they could not tolerate it, Jakafi kept the volume of red blood cells under control and reduced spleen size. Jakafi can cause low blood cell counts. Tell your doctor right away if you develop bleeding, bruising, tiredness, shortness of breath, or fever, or if any of them get worse. And before taking Jakafi, if you have an infection, have or had TB or hepatitis B, or had a blood clot, heart attack, other heart problems, or stroke. Non-melanoma skin cancers and increases in cholesterol have been reported. With another JAK inhibitor, there's increased risk of major cardiovascular events in those who have risk factors, blood clots in the legs or lungs, sometimes life-threatening, and an increased risk of lymphoma and other cancers. The most common side effects of low red blood cell counts, dizziness, and diarrhea. Why let PV impact your wellness? Discover your path to possible. Talk to your doctor about Jakafi.
Whoa, you don't see that every day.
Mind your business.
I mean, how did that happen?
Mind the business, Billy. That's how we got auto owners. Our agent was able to customize our policy so when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered.
Quick top of the first is 12 pitches for Holmes to take care of the Nationals' top three in the order. The Braves' top three in the order is Verdugo, Riley, and then Olsen. There's the lineup presented by your local Toyota dealer. Richie, let's see if the Braves can figure out Jake Irvin. He had 4 starts against Atlanta last year and really set him down all 4 times.
He did. Had a 1.16 ERA. Holmes only hit 167. And his pitch, he's got a great curveball. 40% of the time off that fastball, which he'll sink to. Again, though, approach-wise, got to get ready for that fastball and just adjust to that curve.
28-year-old righty, third year of the bigs. And his fastball down the middle to Verdugo, 0-1. There's that curveball you mentioned. He lands it and gets ahead of Alex Verdugo.
And he'll have that one that you saw is kind of just more of a get me over, and then he'll try to spike one.
One-two is fouled back by Alex Verdugo.
So when you face a guy like this with such a great curveball, Brandon, to me that approach, fastball, look to shoot the other way. That way it gives you a chance to stay back on a curve.
That was a little luck maybe for Verdugo. That fastball was in there. Ben May, the home plate umpire tonight. That full ball was in there.
Yeah, be swinging at this one.
2-2. Verdugo hits it well out to right center. Not enough to get over, but enough for a double for Alex Verdugo.
Well, as a hitter, you got a break from the umpire right here, and that one just kind of spun again. And you can kind of see approach-wise, you saw Verdugo foul that fastball off with 2 strikes, trying to shoot it the other way, and that's exactly what happens. You're able to recognize it and put a good swing on it, and a break for the Braves there.
Braves could use a few of those. They've had some go against them in this recent stretch, so take the double and move on down the line. Here's Riley. You know, you're in this stretch, Jeff, for the Braves of 17 straight with no off day. When you come off a series like that in Pittsburgh where you're disappointed, are you happy to turn around and play today just to get that taste out of your mouth?
At this point of the season, yes. If you asked me that in August, I'd say I want a day off. I want to go to the pool. These guys are still only 40 games in, so their bodies are well adjusted. Main thing is an offense, especially, right? You want to get there and try to figure this thing out. Try to snap it. And I thought the first time you really saw some guys, not only Smith, but some players speak up saying, we got to be better. And that's what you want, right? Accountability.
And this guy, as you noted, was one of them at Austin Riley, one of the great leaders down in that clubhouse. Hit a mile in the air out to Young. And he'll come in to grab it. Nationals racetrack defense with the 22-year-old Wood out and left. Young is so good at center. Cruz, another youngster at right. And Abrams and Garcia, they become the tandem up the middle. And Tabor Ruiz, the catcher for Jake Irvin. It's also good to keep in mind, you said it, this is the 41st game of the season, so you're essentially at the quarter point of the year. There's a lot of baseball to be played.
There is, but I think, we talk a lot of times, we always kind of divided the season into fours when I played, and you start to really think after, what are some trends? What type of ball club really are we? And I think for this team, it's a little different because you're going to say there's so many guys here that have back of baseball cards that have said they've done this, and yet maybe they're not there yet. So you're really hoping that, can get there.
Yeah, because on paper you look and you think, okay, it's a big offense. And the numbers from the past, like you said, on the back of the baseball card, they show that. But really the pitching, especially the last couple of weeks, has been the story.
But that's the thing, man, I'm not much of a gambler, but to start the year, Vegas had the Braves with the second best odds to win the World Series.
Yeah.
That's not a...
One of those two things you said was true, by the way. Olsen to left field. Wood backing up. The ball's carrying. He makes the catch for that tall 6'7" frame just in front of the wall.
Man, that key thing kept going. Fortunately, it was... I know this, if that ball got over the wall, it was going to have to be over by a good bit because where Wood's arm goes.
Yeah, he could reach up to 10 feet on that short wall. That doesn't intimidate him out there. And now the big bear, Marcelo Ozuna. But you're right. There is a reason that Vegas had the Braves as the second odds-on favorite to win the World Series.
You start to wonder what type of team do we have, and I think the sense of urgency is what I like to see yesterday, at least after the game, from them talking. And look, I think the guys know it. You have 4 versus the Reds, 3 versus the Pirates, 4 versus the Nats. Not that there's ever a for sure win in baseball, but you kind of saw that part of the schedule, and you thought, man, this is our chance to get over 500 and hopefully get rolling in the right direction.
Yeah, right now the Braves 2 games under at 19 and 21 through 40 games.
It's his first example of Marcel. To me,
The big bell is up.
Home game, he's crushing, but it's tough because
Nada.
you see at times it's your guys just put around it. So all of a sudden now for him to play, you're a little on the defense because you're thinking, now look, this 3-1, a base open. Is he going to give me anything to hit? Is he not? And so, but that's not his type of approach usually.
Still leads the bigs in walks.
3-1 count. Walked him.
34 walks now on the season for Ozuna. 2 on with 2 out.
2 on with 2 out.
Well, Michael Harris batting 5th tonight. We'll see what he can do here against Irvin. th pitch at the bottom of the first for the right-hander. Harris
hits it high.
Cruz in, and the Braves strand 2. We're scoring.
Braves stand strand 2.
thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She's been with us since the beginning and saved us enough on our insurance to help us open our second location.
Auto Owners offers a variety of discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Vicky.
That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Who do you talk to anyway?
It's a commercial.
Did you know you can get DirecTV without a satellite dish?
So they got the most MLB games with nothing on your roof.
Nothing on your roof, no satellite needed today.
It's time to feed the dogs real food, not highly processed pellets. The Farmer's Dog is fresh food made with whole meat and veggies. It's not dry food. It's not wet food. It's just real food. It's an idea whose time has come.
Looking for the GOAT of roofing and siding? Ace of all trades isn't just good. We're the greatest of all time when it comes to quality, reliability, and craftsmanship exterior work. Roofing.
And the one.
Your home, the GOAT gets it done.
As we go to the second, we also go down to the field. We join Wiley Ballard for our GMC Field Report.
Brandon, I had a chance to talk to Grant Holmes after his last start against Cincinnati. He felt like it was a little inconsistent, and the biggest thing that stuck out to him was having two-strike execution problems. And I want you to take a look at some of these numbers with two strikes. His first four starts, it was more focused on trying to get in the zone, walking 10 guys in full counts. The last three starts, guys, he's gotten back in the zone, but perhaps not enough quality strikes.
Right.
He's trying to find that balance of finding ways to finish guys off with two strikes. Feels like if he had accomplished that, he could really take off.
Yeah, and a couple of those homers against Cincinnati were to T.J. Friedl, a bit of a surprise to that bullpen in right center. So we'll see if Holmes can right the ship.
Hey, Kenneth.
He looked great in the first, 12 pitches, and set him down in order.
Yeah, I agree. Once again, the boys need to wake up. Either that,
That's a little bit of that old school guy in the fact he's
or they need to get the backs warmed up.
because you get to 2-0, 3-1 counts as a hitter, they can cheat a little bit on that fastball. And let's see, there's a great pitch.
That was a great pitch right there by Grant Holmes.
Take a heater, great slider here.
Caught him up. 2-1. That was a sweeping.
Friedl hitting those two homers, and Friedl is a lefty, but by and large,
2-2.
Grant with those reverse splits.
No, it's not 2 on, 2 out.
Against the lefties this year.
Hey, Kenneth, could you drop this link in the Discord chat, please? Out.
The catcher. 4 hitters faced, 3 strikeouts for Grant Holmes.
4 strikeouts for Grant Holmes.
And that's a great slider. It starts almost white line on the outside. Look, by the time it finishes, it's back foot. Anytime you get 2 strikes on a hitter like that, you're going to get swing and miss.
Well, yeah, that too.
And now Garcia digs in.
I agree, but
damn. Now that curveball slider mix. Matt Olson is right there. Grant covers, 2 away.
That quick 2 pitches there, too. Keep that pitch count down, especially like we talked about when you play 17 straight days. You're going to have some starters set up to give you 7, 8 innings and allow you the rest in that bullpen.
Especially with all the extra inning games the Braves have been playing. And the last 6 games the Braves are 3-3. The 3 games that they won, all of them were in extra innings.
4-0 in extra innings this year. 5-0.
Even better.
Yeah.
Best record in baseball in extras, but hoping for a little less drama in this series.
But if we do, we have something to kind of go off of, too, right? My notes.
Hey, you shouldn't have said that.
That's okay.
Now they'll be jinxed.
That must have just been a
typo. I know when you were typing everything in on the computer, you probably just fat fingered it. Bell gives it a ride to center, but Harris backs up.
Harris backs up.
20 pitches for Holmes to get through 6 hitters.
Life gives us enough to deal with, like doing your taxes, posting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. Well, luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
What is that?
Yeah, well.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day. From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
To oh my word.
Oh, my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
today a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Yeah, welcome to
Summer is here, and with the new Toyota, you can do all the things that make summer summer.
No comment.
Take a Grand Highlander and go root for the home team. Send newlyweds off to the Camrys. Congrats!
All right.
Catch some waves with a RAV4. Still got it.
Right now, lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $499 a month. Or lease a 2025 RAV4 for $369 a month.
Your summer starts here. At Limbo.
Toyota, let's go places.
At US Cellular, you can get the amazing new iPhone 16 on us, plus $300 off any iPad, like iPad Air, both with Genmoji.
Get iPhone 16 on us, no trade-in or plan requirements, plus $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
74 degrees right now here with the sun setting, just beautiful. On to the bottom of the second for the Braves, Sean Murphy going to lead things off. Who's got the sauce? Brought to you by Zaxby's for the last 5 games. Sean Murphy does. 3 ribbies, those are the ones that he drove in yesterday.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Sean took a lot of heat this offseason, man, and he came to camp, obviously, the injury, but he's looking great.
Well, yeah, Sean Murphy.
Glasses that he wears because of that astigmatism they found in the eye, but it has helped, and he hits his ball hard. Unfortunately, nothing to show for him.
Nothing to show for it.
Keep having these bats he's doing and hitting it hard. He can wear whatever glove. He look like Chris Sabo for all I care.
That's a throwback name for the old Reds.
Yeah, the old Rex bag.
Yeah.
The Rex bag.
You only saw those on Chris and then at your local YMCA for the 9 a.m. Saturday pickup game.
And Horace Grant.
And Horace Grant, the old Bulls teams. That's right.
When you look at this lineup too, Brandon, I think it just, Ozzie has really struggled, and that's a piece that when he's going right, the excitement that he brings.
Albies is up to the plate. Ozzie Albies. Right center, caught. 2 outs on a 1-1 count.
23 at bats, and that's the longest streak in his career.
Well, the thing is, you always know he swings a lot, right? He's a free swinger. But with that being said, if he can find a way just to zero in that zone a little bit, he's got such great eye-hand coordination to put the ball in play and contact. It's more for Ozzie just let the game come to him.
Oh, yeah, that too.
Eli White is continuing.
Eli White.
But he takes a strike there for
He
Corbin.
takes a strike.
High chop.
High chop.
And a quick bottom of the second. We're still
Quick bottom of the second.
Whoa, you don't see that every day.
Mind your business.
I mean, how did that happen?
Mind your business, Billy. That's how we have auto owners. Our agent was able to customize our policy, so when the unexpected happens, we know we're covered.
Because minding your business is our business.
Now that's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if
Yeah.
auto owners make sense.
Uh-huh.
Boy, you really got her good, Earl.
Yep.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. A heartbeat strong, steady, unwavering. like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Now, well-qualified buyers can get 0.9% financing for 60 months on this Silverado. It's over $6,600 in average finance savings. Visit HometownChevy.com.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
From hot juicy to ooey gooey to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Good, delicious. Calvos como
Looking for the goat of roofing and siding? Ace of all trades isn't just good. We're the greatest of all time when it comes to quality, reliability, and craftsmanship exterior work. Roofing, siding, gutters. If it's outside of your home,
Atlanta Braves Baseball is presented by Truist. 4-game set here at Truist Park with the Washington Nationals. A couple of Mid-Out East teams tangling for the first time this year. And no score as Holmes goes to work against the bottom three in the Nationals order.
Got to give a shout out. I forgot our good colleague Peter Moreland wore the rec specs too. So I'm sorry, Peter.
Oh, that's what he sent us. Yes.
Forgot about that.
It wore them quite well, I might add.
Yeah, that was back in the day before. Yeah, just say before.
That's a nice picture he sent us.
Yeah.
Today.
T-shine.
Thanks for keeping us honest, Peter. Cruz takes a pitch outside, so Grant falling behind here 3-0. Remember, Grant only threw 12 pitches in the first inning and 10 in the second.
Yeah.
And then Jake Irvin just threw 6 in the bottom of the second. So very efficient by the starters tonight.
First base runner there for the Nationals. There's Jose Tena, 24-year-old from the Dominican, was a rookie last year. And he has taken over most of the reps at third base since the injury to Paul DeYoung. DeYoung on April 15th was playing up where the Braziers were, PNC Park, against the Pirates. Mitch Keller hit him with a 93-mile-per-hour fastball in the face, broke his nose and the orbital bone as well. So it's going to be a bit of a long recovery for DeYoung, but that has opened the door for Tena at third.
Oh yeah, I want him thing.
Runner goes. And it fouled away. Hugo will sprint over, but won't have a play.
Not sure if that was a hit and run. You don't see that too much anymore, but Cruz got a great jump right there. And with no outs, looking at Dave Martinez's face right there, I don't think it was a hit and run.
Yeah, he wanted him to be able to take that back.
100%.
Ground ball. Olsen to second for one. That is a tough turn, but they got it done.
A beautiful job. You know, we saw it in Pittsburgh, that play back at first where he spun and threw it at third base to Austin Riley. I think that was Pittsburgh when he did that. Yeah. He does such a good job, if you're watching at home, of going to get the ball. Right? He went with a plan knowing he's going to throw that. And if you even hesitate, you're not going to be able to turn two right there. Great job.
And we talked about the pitching. That's the other thing. The defense has been incredibly sharp for Atlanta.
Strike right there.
Watch this right here. See, gets it gone. You saw when he threw that strike to Riley the other day, too, at third. That's the confidence.
Strike, foul,
Grant Holmes, too. You got to get over there, find the bag, and make the catch. It's really well done all the way around.
He's an athlete.
3, 6, 1, double play.
0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts and a double play.
Looking for the GOAT of roofing and siding? Ace of all trades isn't just good. We're the greatest of all time when it comes to quality, reliability, and craftsmanship exterior work. Roofing, siding, gutters. If it's outside of your home, the GOAT gets it done right. Let's just ask the GOAT ourselves. See, even the GOAT. AOAT Extreme.
Comfort, style, and savings. Come in now for the Flex Deal Spring Gallery Custom Order and Floor Sample Sale. Get 50% off select floor models and 40% off all custom orders. International Furniture, I-90, Exit 2, La Crosse.
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can do all the things that make summer, summer. Take a Grand Highlander and go root for the home team. Then newlyweds open a Camry. Congrats! Catch some waves with a RAV4. Still got it.
Right now, lease a new 2025
Okay.
Land Cruiser for $499 a month. Or lease a 2025 RAV4 for $369 a month.
Your summer starts here. That limbo.
Toyota, let's go places. Rated E
Hey,
for
come on in if you do. Not this one.
Scoreless, bottom of the third, reminding you about the MLB Speedway Classic presented by BuiltSubmarines.com. Those tickets on sale right now. Tim McGraw concert, Braves and Reds at Bristol, going to be awesome. MLB.com/Speedway Classic for more details. Nick Allen, first pitch he sees, he shoots to right. That has happened a few times now for these Atlanta Braves. Nothing to show for it.
It's like the last game of spring training when you're waiting to get to Oregon.
Everyone's coming up aggressive.
Think there's going to be any beer flowing in Bristol at that thing?
Maybe a few. I heard they're going to sell it there. I've seen the renderings, but I'm just curious to see the layout live.
I've talked to a few, Chase Elliott, got to know him over the years, a couple other guys we've had on our podcast, NASCAR guys, and even they're like, we are so interested to see how that baseball stadium's going to design.
A lot of those guys are Braves fans.
I don't know they are. That's what I'm saying. It'll be a fun weekend.
Yeah, this is the rendering.
I know they give you the rendering, but it's like, you're trying to picture it.
Yeah, yep, 100%. It's going to be raucous, that's for sure.
Like the Savannah Bananas playing in all these football stadiums, it's like 210 down the left field line.
And they fill those stadiums, too.
Yeah.
Now, the one you went to, was that a sellout? When you had your...
Yeah, I was in Savannah, but that was a normal stadium. Well, I need 210.
Out to the left center. A lot of balls in the air. This one caught by Wood. Verdugo is 1 for 2. Yeah, every time, though, you open up social media, the Savannah Bananas pop up there, no matter what stadium it is, football, baseball, there's 50, 60, 70,000, yeah.
They play Nissan Stadium.
Yeah, it's crazy. And a strike in there to Austin Riley. Well, right now, Jake Irvin is kind of doing what he did last year to the Atlanta Braves. If you weren't with us at the top of the show, he had 4 starts last year against Atlanta. He threw over 23 innings and gave up only 3 earned runs. He was sensational.
Yeah.
When that curveball just
Ball upstairs.
where guys see it, you get to it kind of like you're seeing here, and he gets fly balls, but it's not that contact because guys can't stay back on it. And you just miss clipping it on the sweet spot. That 3-1 count now. See if you can load up and launch one right here.
Here is the 3-1. Riley takes that curveball outside. Second walk issued by Irvin tonight.
Second walk issued by Irvin tonight.
All right, Yellowwood is bringing your lumber feature. All the times that the Braves played the Nationals, some of the guys have really good numbers against the Nationals in their career. One of them is Matt Olson.
And you see right there, Verdugo, Harrison, of course, Olson over 900 OPS, 46 games.
He flew out back in the first.
Strike right there to Matt Olson. Game 1 out of 4.
And you've seen all these fly balls. Just keep in mind with
Souvenir balls.
He gives up quite a few homers. He allowed 29 last year, which was the second most in the National League. He's already allowed 9 this year, and that's the 4th most in baseball.
Huh.
So a chance
4th most.
to get a couple to
oh boy.
Out of Truist here tonight. Olsen down the line, but it is going to go just foul.
Just a little bit foul.
Off the bat, 113 off the bat.
113 off the bat in the right field.
We kind of didn't run it first and then started to go, but you were wondering if that ball was going to be able to. Man, that's a pitch that really hurt him this year, that 4-seam fastball. Bone sitting over 300. The sinker curveball are the 2 pitches that he tends to get most.
That was a good pitch.
Quite a few of those homers I mentioned on that fastball. Ground ball, and it gets past Garcia.
And gets past Garcia. 2 on, 2 out. Inning number 3. And no, we're not in inning number 2.
I think with that cutter before and then the fastball in, he probably moved over a little bit if we had to go look. And again, Truist Park always one of the faster infielders too with the grass here. See if the Big Bear can open things up.
Another walk for him back in the first inning.
Ball.
Mentioned it yesterday. Ozuna had been batting third a majority of the season, but yesterday Brian Snitker opted to mix things up, moved Olsen to the 3 spot, and Ozuna hitting cleanup, and the same here today.
Hard hit to the left side. Atlanta grabs the lead, 1-0.
Amazing, Brad. How many times do you see a quick 2 outs and all of a sudden just a walk to start the inning, and that guy comes around to score? Good job on Marcel.
Yeah.
Plays through that one nice. And 2 outs, Riley running right on contact. 9 off the bat for the Big Bear.
Yeah, the guys aren't getting cheated here against Jake Urban.
Another one through. Olsen is going to come around. 2-0. Money Mike drove it in.
Well, he got that curveball there again, and because of the approach to me, of trying to shoot the ball up the middle right there, you saw Michael able to recognize that right away. And that's a guy for me. He can get his back on. I love him in that 5-hole. He does such a good job in those situations.
And now Sean Murphy as they move on down.
Now Sean Murphy.
Hits with 2 outs in the 3rd for Atlanta.
0-1 on a strike.
Ground ball toward the middle.
Ground ball towards the middle. Sean beat it out.
Bases loaded.
Bases loaded. For the Braves.
See, he thought someone was going to be there second base right here. He thought Abrams, and when he realized just that one clutch right there allowed Sean to, leg this one out.
And that's going to prompt a visit to the mound from pitching coach Jim Hickey as things unravel here in the third for the Nats.
Mound visit.
For 23. This would be it.
Now Ozzy's going to have that opportunity.
Ozzy. LBs.
He hit it hard back in the second inning, but he lined out to cruising right. Now Ozzy with the bases loaded at 2 down. In the air, right field.
Underneath it.
Cruz will bring it in, but the
Cruz will bring it in. Braves strike for 2. Damn commercial. Oh boy. Who the hell are you rooting for? Away. Away.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Racetrack, proud hometown partner of the Atlanta Braves. And by Sonomas, the bank that helps you get there. Creeping up on 8 o'clock here in Atlanta, the Braves give Grant Holmes a little breathing room with the 2 runs there in the third. And Grant, he's faced the minimum so far. 12 pitches in the first, and then 10 in the second, 10 in the third.
Yeah, you love that. Team just gave you a couple runs right here. Another quick inning. Get you back in.
Top of the order. And C.J. Abrams, the Atlanta kid. Former 6th pick overall in 2019 by the Padres. He was taking 3 picks before the Braves took Shea Langoliers, and then Shea Langoliers would be traded out west in 2022 in that Matt Olson deal. Two balls, 1 strike.
2 balls and 1 strike. Something was acting up with the 3D. But I got it all squared away.
Swinging bunt, Holmes will have to hurry. Close.
Out.
Excellent by Holmes with his body taken into foul territory.
Man, let me tell you, that is a phenomenal play. As you can see, they're not going to challenge it right here. More than anything, it's the ability to, you got a fast runner. To get something on that road because your body's just continuing to take you this way. And good job by Matt giving him an outside target right there.
Yeah, that's tricky for Matt to get his foot out of the way, not to get stepped on.
Yeah, I think my 12U softball team was watching that right there. You come to the outside of the bag,
Well, I'm sure you show him film. You can take that. Yep.
Ball outside.
Now we got him coming up. Okay.
Well, I'll be right back, everybody. I'm going to take a shower, okay?
You can have a run of polls out there. Yeah.
Marge, you guys got the chat, okay?
It's two good plays by Grant tonight now. That one and the inning before getting over on that double play ball.
Yeah, that was when Tata hit into that 3-6-1.
Yeah, well,
James Wood. This one deep to left. Verdugo will
Verdugo.
go. And the Nationals are on the board.
Nats on the board, solo shot.
Well, that play is even more important now to keep that a solo shot and still give you the lead. I think Wood's showing you the power he has, man. Opposite field for a young kid like that. You start seeing that. Brandon going opposite field like that. He knew it too.
He hits the ball so hard back in the first inning, it came scorching off his bat, but he lined out. But he does not get cheated often. He now has 11 homers to lead the Nationals. Good throw across by Austin Riley, gets low. But look, guys like Wood, Abrams has been around, but you see some of these young guys that could get Nats fans excited, but they just, again, they still haven't been able to put everything together.
They haven't, but Wood's a guy that, to me, you build around right there. You've seen the raw power tonight, the line drive to right, that to left field. I mean, that didn't just sneak over the left field wall either.
No. 2-1 Braves.
He was a rookie last year. Baseball America ranked him as the top prospect in Major League Baseball. Got a lot of tools, that's for sure. Line drive, right field, foul. 1-2 to Ruiz, who Grant Holmes struck out in the second inning.
Yeah, struck him out on that slider. Back foot, that one hung a little too much. See if he goes back here and tries to get it even lower down in the zone, get him swing over the top.
Grant has 4 strikeouts so far. No strikeout, and Allen cannot get to it. 98 miles per hour off the bat, going right back at Holmes for a single. That'll wake you up. Yeah. Allen just couldn't get to it, so Ruiz at first, and the inning continues to Luis Garcia. Third season for Garcia now as the Nats' everyday second baseman. I'll show you how young this team is. He's been around 4.5 years. He's the longest tenured position player that they have right now.
Well, he's a good player, but he's the guy you'd like to build your kind of lineup where he's hitting 7th and 8th playing good defense, but where you're still a few more guys away from filling out that lineup. Not like anything, a tough division, too.
Yes. The Braves and Nats are behind the Mets and Phillies, and then the Marlins back at the bottom of the division. Thinking about it, and we've talked about it before on here, but the National League this year, a lot of power. The American League, not that there's not good teams over there, but it's more concentrated, in the NL.
Rockies might be out of it by July 6th.
Just fired Bud Black yesterday.
You think he's the happiest man in the U.S. right now?
I guess he's still getting paid through the end of the contract. So. Third base coach Warren Schaefer is the interim manager. Of course, they've got Clint Hurdle on the bench, and he was the skipper back in that 07 World Series run. This one is going to go just foul down the line.
Oh, no.
Did that hit that kid?
think it ricocheted and get him in the hand.
And that's got him scooped up and carried him out. Yeah, I think you're right. It got him in the hand. Hopefully the guy's okay. Runner breaks for second. You're at the center. Harris sprinting straight back. Oh my goodness. That is as sensational as it gets. Michael Harris.
Well, right here you look at him, Brady, gets turned around the other way and pretty much just times this thing up to throw the glove up. What you want, full speed into the wall to save an extra base hit and tie the ball game up. And the Braves still up 2-1, and you can see Grant Holmes loving it from his center field.
Running a business gives me enough to deal with, like video meetings. No, you're muted. You're muted. Getting trapped by this guy.
Tumbling through the bushes and bam, poison ivy all up and down my arm. My mom said it's gonna be a rough summer.
And filing an insurance claim. Luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Game night Friday. You in?
5 a.m. or 5 p.m.
Heavy and loud.
Or light and quiet. Solo session.
What's in Africa?
It's where the work begins.
And never really ends.
However you train.
The gym is yours.
Lisa at nobleproject.com.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha!
Right now, lease a new 2025 Prius for $299 a month. Or lease a 2025 Corolla for $239 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, I'm Ray's procrastination. You know, he'd want to take care of stuff, especially around the house. And I'm like, nice try, man. But then he started using thumbtack, and I just got planning.
What a play by Michael Harris to keep this 2-1. And now Eli White starting off the bottom of the fourth.
He got turned around here, right? Because it was hit on such a line. Again, what you love is that's full speed right into that wall. He knows exactly where that is, and then we had one chance to put his glove up. And you talked about this Braves defense, and when you're playing close games, I mean, you got to come up with some of those plays. And you think about it today already. Grant Holmes with a couple good ones. Matt Olson, that catch.
And you could hear that thud.
Oh, yeah.
Foul tip into the mid.
Good news for Michael. He was able to kind of get his body turned around where he hit it with his back. Right here, watch how he catches. You see kind of turns a little at the end, but again, look at that. He got turned around, puts his head back. You know, I always say, man, that's just an athlete making a play right there.
You can tell the reaction by everybody. Our All-State Good Hands replay. I liked Grant's the best. His hands were on his head. You could just see him say, "Oh my goodness!" Bottom of the order here, Nick Allen. Jake Irvin had the trouble there in the third. All the trouble came with 2 outs. He was able to get Ozzie Albies. And now he's got one down on a 1-2 pitch coming to Allen before going back to the top of the order. Off the end of the bat, shallow left center. Young covers so much ground out there. He gets to it with ease. Quick message from Zaxby's.
Zaxby's giant chicken finger quesadillas. We're gonna need more napkins. Who's got the sauce?
Man, that looked good. Did look good. You're still hungry?
Yeah.
Okay. Bottomless pit. You know, one day they say it's going to catch up to you, but I don't know. I'll believe it when I see it. I think you might just be gifted.
I work out hard.
Yes, you do. And what do you do for that workout plan? I'm curious.
Jake's 4 kids.
Okay. Well, it's working. Keeps that metabolism up. Second baseman Garcia backhands. Urban with a much cleaner fourth. 2-1 Atlanta.
I got one for you, boss.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, with black, white, and dented all over.
I give up.
The company truck. Yeah, it's bad. But thanks to our agent, we've already submitted the claim and can track the status right from the app. Auto owners pays what they owe without any hassle.
Lucky for you. That's simple human sense.
Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
With Mochi Health, I've lost 30 pounds. I have no desire to be skinny. I love being a plus size girl. I just wanted to be healthier for me. When my grandmother died, I knew that diabetes was hereditary. That was my wake-up call.
For these medications, they are designed for long-term use.
With Mochi Health, I never feel alone. It's about progress, not perfection. I've lost 30 pounds and I'm more me. Check out joinmochi.com.
Quality healthcare shouldn't take up all your time. HIMSS offers access to doctor-trusted treatments for hair loss, ED, and weight loss 100% online. Answer a few questions about your health history to connect with a licensed provider in hours, not weeks. You can get personalized treatment, 24/7 support, and medication delivered directly. No need for insurance or appointments. Get the care you need and get back to your day. Expert care 100% online. Get started today at HIMSS.com.
On to the fifth, which is presented by Audi. 2-1 Atlanta. It'll be Bell, Cruz, and Tana here against Grant Holmes. Josh Bell, 32-year-old veteran switch hitter. And he hammers this, but thankfully he is far ahead of it.
And I start to worry a little bit. They're starting to get some good swings on somebody. You can tell they're attacking early. I think they see Grant's trying to get ahead, and whether it's fastball or slider, they're trying to get that first pitch on him.
Back to the curveball there to even the count. Grant 4 strikeouts. The 1 run came on that James Wood homer in the 4th. Second stint with the Nats for Josh Bell. Was with them a few years ago and returned this offseason on a 1-year, $6 million deal. Hard ground ball up the middle.
A little walking around money for him.
Yeah. Not too bad. A little later in his career.
Yeah. He's always had a knack to me, just have stretches where he can be really good.
He's obviously got the pop, and it was an all-star in Pittsburgh in 2019, but this year he's had some struggles.
He has, but I think when you look like DeYoung at third base when they brought Josh Bell, you got to bring some of these veteran guys that are going to get opportunities to play, but also to, when you go through stretches like you are right now, man, they help those young kids, teach them how it's going to be. You kind of know, I got a chance to prolong my career. You know, that's the way you look at it and say also give back a little bit too.
Harris, and he's got that one. If the one that ended the last inning was level 10 in toughness, that was a 2 for Michael. It's a good point, though, on Josh Bell. You bring him back. He knows the organization. The organization knows him. He's got a good relationship with Davey Martinez. And he's the only guy in the lineup that's over 30 years old.
Yeah, and he brings some value in the fact that he can help these guys if you're not where you want to be come July 31st. You can get a little something for him and bring him back next year if you want. I mean,
he's been traded in 3 straight deadlines, so he knows that game.
Guys that have that opportunity, yeah.
Yeah, he's had to keep his suitcase packed the last few years as Josh Bell. Tana hit into that 3-6-1 double play in the third. Fouls back a cutter here. '60th pitch here for number 66, Grant Holmes. Upstairs. That first time through the lineup all year has been pretty good for Grant. Now he's getting through the second time here. His first career start against the Nationals through 1 inning last year out of the bullpen against Washington. And right now, as a starter, looking strong. Gets the fly out there, 2 away. There's a message from Truist.
Leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist. Learn how knowledge and care can work for you.
Bottom of the order, pesky hitter here, the center fielder, Jacob Young, who did strike out swinging in the third. Shows bunt. He does that a lot. He is known for speed, great defense, and contact, finding ways to get on base.
Whole staff for the Braves rocking goatees these days.
I like it. I like that Snit has gone to that. He said Ronnie supports it, his wife. Riley charging, throwing on the run. There's 3 outs. We're halfway home at Truist Park.
Did they just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV?
It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
Oh, it's all connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Or mind control?
Were you recently electrocuted?
A better way to watch whenever you want to watch.
Well, I, for one, am intrigued.
Life gives us enough to deal with,
Like doing your taxes.
hosting in-laws,
Oh, you're still trying to do the beard thing, huh?
and of course, filing an insurance claim. Well, luckily, auto owners makes it easy. They pay what they owe without any hassle. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
What is that smell?
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can go here, so that, here, woo-hoo! And here.
Right now, you can lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $499 a month, or lease a new 2025 Tacoma SR5 for just $309 a month.
Your summer starts here and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hey, we're getting ready for the bank season here at Features at Ullman. We start May. Get your team signed up now.
Features! Whatever you want, food, family, and fun, make it Features at Ullman. Yeah, there's a winner.
That has got to be the best view in all of Major League Baseball, and you can have it here in the Delta Club, guys. This is the spot. We've got padded leather chairs. We've got in-seat food and beverage service. Again, this is the best place to watch a game. Honestly, full disclosure, I don't have this nice of a seat in my apartment. I don't have food in my apartment. I don't have beverages in my apartment. I might try and live here, guys. Wiley, how come there's no one in your room with you?
Is there nobody by you?
Well, Frenchie, I mean, as you pointed out, doing that Super Bucko run, I may have lost some friends.
That hurts you a little bit.
It might have.
There's a crew right there. Go sit by them.
That does look like nice people. Well, that kind of gave me a dirty look. They said seats taken. Well, with all the food you get down there for free, Wiley, you got to take advantage.
Yeah, take some home with you.
Bring some up here.
Rusty will hook you up down there.
Rusty's a great guy. A lot of good ones down there.
Go see Bo. He'll give you a cocktail.
Mark Wellman? No, different Bo.
Yeah, different Bo. What a beautiful night to see a game after felt like we lived in Seattle the last 4 days.
It was great.
I heard, that's what I'm saying. You watch it, it's 80 and sunny there, and I'm like, it's.
Austin Riley deep to center. Young on the track, reaching up to grab it.
Tell you what, tonight between Michael Harris and Young, you're hitting it to the wrong part of the park with these two center fielders.
And the fifth inning here tonight is presented by Audi. Yeah, sun setting out in the distance, just gorgeous. Yeah, it had rain even earlier today. On and off showers. Rain here at the park about 3 hours before the game. But very pleasant. Temperatures just above 70.
A bit lower, you need a jacket.
No, I'll tough it up. It's got to be below 62.
I laughed watching the Colorado game. I think you and CJ were talking about how he was pissed he had to walk back one night after a game. I laughed.
And it was cold that night. It was pretty chilly here for that Cincinnati series. Glad and I had on long sleeves.
Yeah. Look at that, Tom.
I waited. Hall of Famer wanted to go sleeves. I was like, okay, we'll go sleeves. Another ball in the air. Had a lot of these tonight. And Wood will take it. Our Coors Light beating the pressure feature tonight spotlights this man, Marcelo Zuna.
Well, that's what I was talking a little bit, Brandon, with the hard thing for him right now is by someone not getting kind of behind him, right? You see that he's got 35 walks, leads all of baseball, the chase percentage. Seen over half his pitches outside the zone. So again, for a guy that wants to swing, wants to be aggressive, now he'll take his walks. We've seen it last year, but at the same time, he's not I would say you have your Chipper Jones, your Freddie Freeman type hitters where, you know, they can be patient and still be comfortable. He wants to be on the attack, and I just think sometimes it's tough for him to kind of pull the throttle back and then push it to go.
He had that solid RBI single in the third that started the scoring for Atlanta.
Yeah, his chase percentage is a career low. And, you know, you can see, again, two pitches nowhere near the zone right now. And so, again, as a hitter, now you're like, is he attacking me? Is he not?
Well, Zuna attacks that. Left center, kiss it goodbye. A big fly for the Big Bear. 3-1.
Well, I can answer that. He should have thrown the ball.
That's why guys are pitching to him right there.
Well, there's no doubt. He was ready for that one.
Had been a little while. He was on a homer drought. That's his first one since April 26, but he didn't leave any doubt.
No. Two breaking balls nowhere close. And too low. He got ready for this pitch.
So he has driven in 2 of the 3 for Atlanta.
It's doing some damage right there.
Let's admire it.
I mean, right where you want a ball, belt high for the big bear. Love that sound.
That sounds pretty good too. Harris is 2 for 3 to go along with that excellent catch he had. More looks at that Ozuna homer. I mean, 92 right at the belt.
Yeah.
He's not going to miss that too many
Well,
times.
you know, you love that, but if Michael Harris behind him can continue to be more consistent and do things like this, then you really love it because you're sitting here with a great mix of left, right. You make it so tough on not only opposing pitchers, but the manager. When you start thinking about bullpen, who to bring in.
Yeah, that's what CJ and I were talking about yesterday with Ozuna in the 4th spot. You do get that alternating left, right.
If it works like you want, then you can really bring the thunder, and then you get, whether it's Murphy or Baldwin, if you know you're able to kind of flip that around. If facing a lefty, you can hit Ozzie 6th, Baldwin 7th if he's playing that night.
70th pitch of the night for Irvin. Michael goes. This one out towards Cruz. He's got it. Murphy is retired. So are the Braves. But Atlanta tacks on. Marcell Ozuna's 6th of the year was one that he could admire. That thing was long gone to left center.
All right, Tim, I got all your policies here.
Okay, nice. But what if...
Covered. Nice. But what if... All set? But what if... Tim, I customized your insurance so you wouldn't have to ask what if. It's simple human sense. Oh, nice. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
What if? Good to go! Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha!
Right now, lease a new 2025 Prius for $299 a month. Or lease a 2025 Corolla for $239 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
I'm addicted to the process of signing up for something just out of reach and seeing what I can do. It takes a huge amount of discipline and consistency. Hydration is vital, and without Element, I wouldn't have the ability to do what I currently do. The easy days are easy for everyone. I want to be defined by my hard days.
Whoa! What the?
Three to one after the Ozuna homer. 5 innings in the books. Brendan Gaughan, Jeff Francoeur, Wiley Ballard with you. Game 1 of this 4-game set between the Braves and Nats.
And you're sitting here in the top of the 6th, too, for Grant Holmes. Maybe 69th pitch coming up. Maybe he can give you 2 more innings.
Be great. Yeah, you're right. Just a couple pitches to 70 here. 2-0 to Abrams. On one hard bounce, Olsen is there. That was 112 off the bat, but it did not phase the Braves' first baseman.
We got to get out of there.
His defense, tremendous all year. This is the guy that had the homer to left, James Wood, back in the 4th inning. That's how the Nationals have their 1 run. Softly to Riley. Charging, throwing, got it by a step. Another solid play by Austin Riley.
When you always hear us talk about time clock, right? He does such a good job, Austin, of the baseball smarts of knowing guys' speed, knowing how hard you got to come through balls. Gary Wood's got good speed, but also knew that he needed to get a strong throw right here. Took that extra step and knew he had time. Grant Holmes appreciating that.
Now Nathaniel Lowe. 71st pitch of the night misses low. A ball and no strikes, too low. Nathaniel Lowe got a World Series ring a couple of seasons ago with the Rangers. Also won a Gold Glove over first base that year in Texas. Murphy tried to frame it. Yeah. Then May wasn't biting. No question about that one. Grant works it back full, 3-2. 4 strikeouts for Grant, but he hasn't had one the last couple of innings. Let's see if he can get one here to end the 6th.
They have 3 through the first 4 batters of the game.
There's the payoff. It won't be a strikeout, but it works. 1, 2, 3 in the 6th.
You're content with your status in the league, Taurus, but it seems like everyone has their eyes on you for 2025. You're getting a flurry of interview requests, and fans are interested to hear about your plans for the season, even though you're typically modest. Soak up the extra attention and respond to any inquiries with your signature's charming sound bites.
Choose to make your presence felt with the refined style of the Mazda CX-5.
I wake up. Thanks everyone, especially Vicky. She's been with us since the beginning and saved us enough on our insurance to help us open our second location.
Auto Owners offers a variety of discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save.
I couldn't have said it better myself, Vicky.
That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if Auto Owners makes sense for you.
Who are you talking to anyway?
It's a commercial.
It's on. Your money is now changing hands without actually ever having to change hands. It morphs into bits of data and shoots from your phone to your friend Frankie, who just picked up the brunch bill. Thanks, Frankie.
3-1 as we cruise to the bottom of the 6th, and now time for our GMC Field Report. Let's go down to Wiley Ballard with some news. Wiley, what you got, partner?
Well, Jeff, you, me, we've all been waiting on this news in Braves country. Ronald Acuna Jr. is beginning his rehab assignment tomorrow. That is at the Florida Complex League. Again, a very low level of game, but he will be active in games, and that begins another step trying to get back to the Braves. There we can see on the Instagram, he's excited, loading, little Kong from the Skull Island poster. My man John Goodman got robbed of a Best Supporting Actor in that movie, but we'll move on. Wow, Siskel, Ebert, and Wiley down there. Well, look, it's great news. That's one step closer for Acuna to get back in Atlanta and wear that Braves uniform.
Well, one thing you know, it's going to bring some energy, hopefully, to this lineup and to this fan base.
And an offense that has been struggling here over the last week and a half. And it kind of sets the whole lineup, right?
Yeah, it does.
Verdugo right now leading off for Atlanta. Albies has been in that spot a couple of times, but tonight hitting 7th with his recent struggles. Get down, baby. Gosh. It's Cruz that gets down to take it away from Ozzie. He has hit the ball 3 times tonight, 2 of them really well, but 0 for 3.
That's twice, man. You're just hoping that ball would keep sinking in it. So now we've seen some nice outfield plays tonight, haven't we?
Really have both sides. The headliner certainly was Michael Harris a couple of innings ago. One of the outfielders for the Braves, Eli White, fouls off the two-seamer. Right to the third baseman, Tatum. Message here from Delta.
From Braves country to the world. Delta, official airline of the Atlanta Braves.
Four starts against Atlanta last year for Urban. He gave up 3 total earned runs. He's given up 3 here tonight. And the Braves have the 2-run cushion with Nick Allen batting. Urban from the Twin Cities. He played at the University of Oklahoma. That was a 4th-round pick out of there in 2018. But 2020, no season due to COVID. Had Tommy John surgery in 21, so pushed his timeline back a little bit. He debuted with the Nats a little later than probably normally would have. Debuted in May of 23, and now firmly in that rotation a couple of years later. Two down, 1-2 pitch. And Allen fouls it back. There is action in that Nats bullpen. Jose Ferreira started to throw. 25-year-old lefty. Deuce is on the board. 2 outs, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And Allen continues to battle. Even when this guy's not getting on base, he puts up a pesky at bat. Good eye, 3-2. Eighth pitch of the at-bat. Back to the mound. And Urban makes a sidearm throw. A 1-2-3 bottom of the 6th.
Inside every dog lives a wolf. So feed them natural Blue Wilderness dog food with high-quality meat as the first 3 ingredients. And now at PetSmart, earn 5 times the points on all Blue Buffalo dog food and treats. PetSmart, anything for pets.
We are at Camo Show. Come on in, everybody.
At US Cellular, you can get the amazing new iPhone 16 on us, plus $300 off any iPad, like iPad Air.
That is a great deal. And now an unprompted song to express my excitement.
Just so both devices have Apple Intelligence with Genmoji to express yourself.
iPhone 16 stuns, iPad Air waits in the glow. Sweet. We should start a band.
Yeah.
Get iPhone 16 on us.
Two words. No count.
Plus $300 off any app.
3-1 Braves. 3-1. Middle and more. End of 6. Something's going on with my.
Across the country to where it belongs. With you, nothing will stop it.
I only missed a couple innings.
Xfinity Game Break. If you like Little League homers, this one's for you. Riley Green. This looks innocent, right? Abreu. Nope. About face, and by the time he chases it, Riley Green all the way around to score, and that one is all Detroit. 12-1 in the sixth. There in the Motor City. What a break up the Tigers, Frenchie. They're out some good baseball this year.
Everett was playing first base today.
The AL Central right now, the Tigers 26-15. Guardians not too far behind, either of the Royals.
Royals have ripped up 6-17-20.
Yeah, both of those teams certainly in the mix. The White Sox, not so much. 12-29 already, 14 back.
Top of 7.
A couple of bounces to Matt Olson. Good start to the 7th for Grant Holmes. Gosh, Frenchie, 1 out in the 7th. He's at 77 pitches. There's the AL Central right now.
And the Twins, they've ripped off a big streak.
8 straight.
Yeah, I mean, look, this division sent 3 teams to the playoffs last year.
We were talking about how the National League has maybe more of the firepower, if you will, top-heavy teams. A little more parity over in the American League. The Cardinals in the NL Central, they've been on quite a
Ball.
run. They left Atlanta. All they've done is win.
3-0 KC over Houston.
Deep right center.
Deep right center.
Even though he's got great speed, he won't get to that. And Garcia to the second.
Garcia, 2 seconds. Hey, come on in if you're new.
Garcia made sure to pull that.
Hey, if you're
one
brand
in.
new to the stream, welcome.
Last time, Michael Harris made that beautiful play on him. This time he got a hanger and
He got a dead red piece of cheese. That's what he's got.
You're at this point, you're only needing 8 outs. You're going to see Smith go to the bullpen. Good start.
Warm round of applause for Holmes as Dylan Lee takes over.
Dylan Lee takes over.
At US Cellular, you can get the amazing new iPhone 16 on us, plus $300 off any iPad, like iPad Air.
That is a great deal. And now an unprompted song to express my excitement.
Just know both devices have Apple Intelligence with Genmoji to express yourself.
iPhone 16 stuns, iPad Air waits in the glow. Sweet.
We should start a band.
Yeah.
Get iPhone 16 on us. No trade-in or plan requirements. Plus $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
Summer's here, and with the new Toyota, you can start it with a splash. With a play date at a park. Or at a party with friends. Or at an epic water balloon fight. Gotcha!
Right now, lease a new 2025 Prius for $299 a month. Or lease a 2025 Corolla for $239 a month.
Your summer starts here.
Toyota, let's go places.
Yeah, well, 2 woods.
Your chili cook.
No count.
Our girls played in the softball finals last spring. You're not just another policyholder to us. We remember your name. Hi, Cheryl.
You remembered my name.
Because it's your name. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent. Auto owners make sense for you.
Puh!
Jeff, Mary, Dan, Sarah. Hey.
Grant Holmes, very efficient. Solid outing tonight. Gets into the 7th. Leaves at a 3-1 ball game. He's responsible for Garcia out at second base, but the command was great. Just the 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. Excellent job tonight for number 66. All right, so Dylan Lee's going to come in here to face Josh Bell.
I just think you saw Josh Bell had some good swings tonight, Holmes, and wants to turn him around here.
Yeah.
They get him from the right side.
Yeah, you think about it. I know you could have looked and said, hey, let him get 2 more outs, but if he hangs one, now all of a sudden you turn a really good start into just you tie 3-3. And unfortunately for the Braves right now, and I think we've seen better swings tonight, but when you're still not putting up those massive runs, you feel like you got to piece different games together different ways.
Lee's been solid. You see the numbers.
And you can see right there, that back foot slider is always giving Bell trouble from this side of the plate. And you got him 1-2 now, and you figure he'll try to probably go right back there, Brandon.
Yeah.
Three straight sliders to start the at bat. Here's a 1-2.
Here's a 1-2.
They went to it again. Murphy
They went to it again.
Keeping that in front with Garcia on at second base.
Lee pitching.
Stay tuned for the stretch.
Stay
which will be
tuned for the
brought to you by our friends at Synovus. Yep. Outside corner.
Outside corner.
He beats me a little bit there with a delayed call. But Dylan Lee gets the job done.
Well, that's what happens, right? You see it. You see his butt going way back. He was getting ready for that back foot slider. And after 4 of them, what a beautiful pitch by Dylan Lee.
Big second out. Now you get Dylan v. Dylan. Dylan Lee, Dylan Cruz.
Yep.
Swing and a miss. That slider 0-2.
Again, you throw him 2 in a row, so now you can either go back in there, see if he chases, and if not, you open up that whole outside part of the zone again versus a young hitter.
Got him. Nasty slider. What a job by Dylan Lee. He got Bell, and then he gets Cruz swinging on that patented slider to keep it a 3-1 ball game. That sends us to the stretch.
The stretch is brought to you by Synovus, the bank that helps you reach for your big league dreams. Get there with Synovus. Welcome into the stretch presented by Synovus. Welcome back into the battery. Ashley Shamby here with Peter Moylan. The Braves with a 3-1 lead. We've seen some early offense, which we've been talking about. But let's talk about the defense. We have seen some excellent plays. You even mentioned that Michael Harris catch being one of the best you've ever seen.
For sure. I mean, it had looked like something that we used to see from Andrew Jones, but the defense all night tonight has been absolutely outstanding. So was Grant Hose, by the way. But this was the first play to get around, clear some space of the Adamakis play. Matty on first base, giving him the lane there, and then this pickup to throw the shortstop and get it back. They say that's the toughest play, or the toughest double play to get. Austin Riley charging and making something special, and this catch right here. Jim Edmonds without having to dive to the ball. Money Mike gets all the way back to the track, knew exactly where he was.
Money Mike.
His head all the way around. And somehow still makes the catch. Absolutely insane.
He was running full speed at the wall.
Guardians 5, Bulls nothing.
He just threw it up the area real easy. That was incredible to watch. We're going to get you back to Braves baseball.
Ball game. Take me out to the road. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get for the home team. If they don't feel the win, it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you out at the old ball game.
He was held a simulated game on Wednesday. Now, this comes after a 40-pitch bullpen on Saturday. And talking with Smith before today's game. Again, the goal is 70 to 75 pitches on Wednesday. They felt like he needs to get to at least capable of throwing 85-90 before he returns to the rotation. And obviously, Fritchie, when he gets back, and hopefully this time stays healthy there, really changes everything.
Well, you hope so. You hope you just continue that next step to see Purcell really rounded in the form now. It is Miss Schaumburg when they
Ball. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get myself something to drink.
Again, you hope getting him and Acuna back.
Him, Acuna Matata.
Go going the right
whole lot
direction.
of us.
And Wiley can stop giving us injuries.
Yeah, we would like that very much. We'd like to see Wiley's face, but we don't want injury reports. Tonight, Grant Holmes, excellent. Now on to the bullpen for both sides. Ferrer is into the game. Irvin went 6, gave up the 3 runs, and now the lefty, Ferrer, and this bullpen, it has been a big-time issue. That 7.13 ERA is almost near record territory for how bad it is. Down the line, this one's foul. So Davey Martinez knows if his team's going to turn it around and start winning some games, it has to really begin in that bullpen.
That's the thing when you got a young team like this, right?
Yeah, well, I have to
see a strong bullpen out of a young team. That's kind of the
have a strong bullpen.
when you're taking that next step forward. I go back to the Braves in 18 when they snuck up and won the division title that year, and it was like the bullpen wasn't set yet. So you got everything, and then they started to build that bullpen. But those numbers are high.
Oh, I mean, the next closest in the National League is Miami with a 5.05 ERA. So 2 runs worse for the Nats. Pretty good play deep in the hole by Abrams to get Verdugo.
Well, the tough thing, too, is when you have a young team like that, right? If you get some leads and that bullpen blows it, it can be demoralizing, man, when you're trying to continue to develop these guys in a winning attitude. Keeping it go that right way, it can be difficult. So I know, if you talk to Dave Martinez, man, that is a piece of that team that he would love to see go the other way.
And they've been struggling really big in the
That too.
Of
that Dave Martinez.
They've had just 10 runs scored. They've given up 37, not just the bullpen, that includes the starters, but a lot of that the bullpen. 37 runs given up in the last 5 coming into tonight.
Throwing a home run right there.
Hit the ball hard a couple of times earlier. He's got a walk as well tonight, does Austin. I got a broken bat. Either way, it's a single to right for Riley.
Yeah, same thing.
Single for Austin Riley.
Top base.
Sure, change up. Got in on him just a little bit, but it's tough after 97 down at your bottom part of the zone.
So Riley's first hit of the series down the left.
Riley's first hit of the series.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss. Swing by the bottle, miss by the bottle. Swing by the bottle, miss by the bottle.
Same thing.
Same thing. Oh, 2. Oh. Ball down low.
Ryder did not miss by much. 1-2 from Ferrer.
1 on, 1 out.
You're gearing up for 98 right there after seeing 2 of them, and he drops that on you.
Let's see what he brings here. Ball and 2 strikes.
Ball and 2 strikes.
Back to 98. Ferrer's given up 19 runs in 20 innings, so it's been a bit of a struggle for him, along with the rest of that bullpen so far this year. He's trying to keep it a 3-1 ball game here in the 7th. 99. So
99 miles an hour. Struck him out.
Parcells homer back in the 5th. This thing was crushing as Arcel would skip their feature of the game.
Well, it got there right about 40 rows, 1 center. The Big Bear got it 2-0.
The Big Bear got it.
Gave that insurance run to give the Braves the 3-1 lead. As Dave Martinez going now. He's not going to let the Big Bear see that lefty, Brandon.
He is going back to the bullpen. We will tell you about the change in just a moment.
Oh,
Step inside the world of flavor.
I have a bad idea.
Mizzle Diet. Grand bubbles for an uplifting taste.
Tumbling through the bushes and bam, poison.
It misses, but that homer is actually the fourth longest in Major League Baseball this season. Everybody looking up at Mike Trout at 484.
Christian Yelich getting in on the action.
Yeah, how about that? You figured Judge might be up there.
Yeah. But I was thinking Schwarber would have been somewhere there.
Ha! Trouble? Yeah.
Absolute tank back in the fifth.
A few moments later. A few moments later.
Nationals coming in on a 1-year, $3 million deal.
A few moments later.
I have a better one, but I ain't gonna play it.
Riley goes for second. Wow, Austin Riley now has 2 stolen bases on the season. Who's this guy?
Man, I love the aggressiveness right there. You got a guy throwing a lot of sliders. He timed them up, and you know what? Now you really get yourself in scoring position where a base hit here gives you that extra run. That bullpen, a little more breathing room coming into the 8th and 9th.
Ozuna's already driven in 2 of the 3 for Atlanta. But he swings and misses here to end the 7th inning.
At US Cellular, you can get the amazing new iPhone 16 on us, plus $300 off any iPad, like iPad Air, both with Genmoji.
Get iPhone 16 on us. No trade-in or plan requirements, plus $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
Choose to lean into it. Every Mazda is engineered to give you effortless control.
Wake up.
Lisa, you won't believe it. I have found the best puzzle games ever. Oh? Yeah. It's called Royal Kingdom. Just came out. No ads, hundreds of levels, and you don't even need Wi-Fi to play it. It's amazing. It's Royal Kingdom? Yeah. I love this game. She doesn't know it yet. Okay, Courtney, I already played Royal Kingdom. Since when? And guess what? I am so far above you on the leaderboard. Yeah, you can't see me. Give me that. Is that what friends are supposed to do? Thank you. Still gonna catch up. Okay. Okay.
It's the great mascot race. Here we go. And they're on. They're neck and neck. Look at them go, folks.
Yeah. End of the seventh. I hate this commercial. It's always about the damn Mets.
MLB Central. Lead off your
Who
morning.
in the heck wants to watch that commercial? But I respect it.
The baseball day begins
But
at MLB
that's just
Central,
my
weekdays
opinion.
at 10 a.m. Eastern,
I don't want to
only on
offend anybody,
MLB Network.
any baseball fan out there.
3-1 on to the eighth inning. Take a look at our best coverage brought to you by Alpha Insurance. Last 15 games at Braves bullpen, first in ERA, first in WHIP in the National League, second in the other two categories. It has been an incredible run.
Oh, we showed you those numbers on the open, and 5 and 6 in the last 11 games are what the offense has done. So during the starters, obviously you see that with the bullpen. They've been able to kind of keep that going.
Daysbel Hernandez has been in the middle of all that. He comes in here in the eighth inning, and he faces 8-9-1 in the Nationals order. Dylan Lee, tremendous job there in the seventh. He came in and got Bell and Cruz, both strikeouts, to end that threat.
Yep. Who's hot? Who's not hot? No.
Foul ball had a little steam.
Yeah. Thankfully, everybody's all right up here on the third deck. Daysbel's 1-2, another foul ball. 97 that time.
Another foul ball. Well, at least this stream is right now. I think going over now. Well, at least it's going over now.
Tatum is 0 for 2 tonight.
Yeah, it's over now.
Get him to 0 for 3.
On 30, to be exact.
All these one-run games, 6 straight. Right now, a 2-run ball game in the eighth. Another low-scoring close affair. Out to left center, could be trouble. Michael,
Money Mike, come on, my man.
And it's going to go as a double for Tana.
Going as a double.
He had it for a second.
He did it so Tony, and I think when he hit the ground, he had to cover so much room. When you're up here where we are and you get to see it, I didn't think he had any chance to even touch this ball right here. It's such a tough, it's the hardest play a center fielder can make, honestly, is that ball keeps slicing away from you, man, and you're trying to get there. And Verdugo, where he was shaded over there because you saw where Tana was hitting the ball down the left field line, they're going to play to shade down that left field line.
So it goes as a double. Now you get a pinch hitter here. Instead of Jacob Young, Alex Call. And Alex Call gets hit by a 98-mile-per-hour heater, and that would hurt. He's still trying to flex out that arm. That got him pretty good.
He dead-armed him. You can tell.
You know that feeling?
Oh, yeah. Danny Baez, man. In Philly one time. Oh, yeah.
Some bitch.
Everything goes numb?
Yeah, you go numb, but you want to try to tough guy, right?
Tough it? Yeah.
He's trying to figure out where he is for a second.
Visit to the mound.
I think it's a good visit right here, trying to calm him down. If there's one thing we've seen from Hernandez from time to time, if he starts to hurry, if he tries to lose it a little bit, that control for him can go haywire. So it's a good visit. Try to calm him back down. You're still up 3-1 here.
Momo just told me, by the way, you were hit by 60 pitches in your career.
Yeah.
So quite a few. Quick crowd to play, Frenchie. Back to the top of it, Abram.
You see how people got me out there trying to jam in.
Yeah, back of the arm.
He stays in down there first.
Back, top shoulder.
Sorry, those two right here, just arm side miss, kind of right where he missed the ball.
check down needed that. Bill Miller said he would, yes.
Bill Miller said he won.
Martinez, especially with Abrams, he's been around enough. You guys throw 3 in a row, nowhere near the zone, and you're going to swing at that on a 2-0 pitch.
Stays away from that. One of the reasons they briefly moved him out of the leadoff spot last year, Abrams, was because he was struggling with a lot of chase. They wanted him to be a little bit pickier at the top of the lineup. But he's been back at the top all this year. Ground ball to second. Could get 2, and they do. 4-6-3 double play. That is
4-6-3 double play.
Right there. Ground ball hit sharp.
Dawson Albee.
Even with Abrams' speed right here, look, he did him a favor.
If you're also watching on the Global channel on one of my other partner channels, come on in as well.
Stretch by Matt right there, knowing with his speed, he's got to get out there to get that. Huge double play.
So Abrams with a lot of friends and family here tonight, and another return trip to Atlanta with a critical double play. And now here's James Wood. You got the runner down at third with 2 outs.
And that's where a young team, right? You see some of that experience, the pressing. That was 5 balls Hernandez just threw to Abrams right there.
Got to be careful with this guy. 11th homer of the season earlier, back in the 4th inning. That's the most homers on the Nationals this year. Down the middle, 2-2.
Got away with that.
2-2.
Spins up in the zone, and I think you saw Wood was probably looking down in the bottom part. So now if he can make one more quality pitch and get out of this inning.
He's thrown at 4 sliders. He threw at 5 sliders.
5 sliders, and the umpire said, strike. Hey, sit down, Sonny. Your inning is done. Hey, Kenneth, are you still in the chat?
At US Cellular, you can get the amazing new iPhone 16 on us, plus $300 off any iPad, like iPad Air, both with Genmoji.
Get iPhone 16 on us. No trade-in or plan requirements, plus $300 off any iPad. US Cellular, built for us.
Okay, we're game ready?
Kingdom is a brand new puzzle game that just launched, so we don't need these.
Wait, what? Those are my games.
You can build kingdoms by solving puzzles. Yeah.
Oh, wow, that is fun. You're right. We don't need these games.
Don't even need Wi-Fi.
See you later, router.
And best of all, no ads.
No ads.
Okay. You got back up.
Is that an overreaction? Download Royal Kingdom today.
Maybe.
Introducing baseball's all-new national pregame show, MLB Tonight, live at 5. Join Greg, Harold, and Dan and a star-studded roster for a preview of all the night's matchups. Get a first look at the lineups.
3 beer, 3 no towel.
First take from the players.
I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
And the first of many breakdowns and a pregame night. A full night of baseball starts at 5. MLB Tonight's national pregame show. Weekdays on MLB Network.
The left field. Harris will lead off the bottom of the 8th, but let's look at his defense. Another key defense. That incredible catch earlier tonight in center field.
Yeah.
That play right there, it's 2-1. That ball gets over its head. It's at least 2-2 with a runner on second and third. And I mean, really, Braves have made 3-4 big-time plays tonight defensively. And another double play there in the 8th. Get this thing at 3-1.
That was huge because, as you documented, Daysbell was missing his spots a little bit, but gets the double play off the bat of Abrams, strikes out Wood, and now still 3-1.
3-1.
Jackson Rutledge is the new pitcher. Tall out there, 6'8", began the season in AAA and got called up on April 8th. is the 19th major league game for this reliever. He debuted as a starter a couple of years ago. Actually started 2 games against Atlanta in 2023. But now a reliever. Remember, Alex Call came into the game, so he's out in right. Now what that does is that moves Cruz from right to center. So that's the defensive lineup right now for Dave Martinez of the Nationals here in the bottom of the 8th. Inside almost hit Harris.
Almost did hit Harris. AKA Money Mike.
Hard on the ground to Abrams. A couple of Atlanta boys there. Harris from Atlanta, Abrams as well, and Abrams gets him. Sean Murphy coming up. Statcast 3D powered by Google Cloud. So the last 6 games, 6 hits, 4 singles, and 2 doubles, and all over the place.
Yeah, using that one to right field in Pittsburgh the other day, and then of course the bases cleared double. Yesterday, Pittsburgh pitch hit. It's a nice pitch hit, huh?
Yeah, get 3 ribbies. Yeah. Unfortunately, though, Pittsburgh would walk it off in the bottom of the 9th with Joey Barnes plate win that game 4-3. Now the Braves trying to get back in the win tonight.
Win tonight, see if we can get to 500 tomorrow. What do you think?
Be nice, because there have been quite a few tries for the Braves to get there, and it seems like every time they get right there 1 game under, they stub their toe a bit. 0-2. Check down, did not go.
Check down, did not go.
I know one thing, if this team could find a way to turn it around and get over the hump and continue to go, I mean, they're going to be battle tested and have faced everything you can possibly think of. Kind of like that 21 season when you think they'd reach 500 or sometime in August. It was like, bad inning here. Nothing really bothered them. They've been through everything.
Yeah, this team, the injuries, the 0-7 start.
0-7 start.
Started slow, then heated up, now back slow. The pitching has come on. Trying to time everything up together. The slider gets Murphy, 2 away. Here's a message from Coors Light and Austin Riley.
Hey Braves fans, Austin Riley here. Coors Light's giving you a chance to win tickets to a Braves home game and signed merch from me. Enter now by scanning the QR code on the screen. Must be 21 or older to enter.
Ozzie high in the air, out to right. Call is taken over by Cruz. We go to the 9th. Rice selling.
We go to the 9th.
Come on here for Atlanta.
Summer's here, and with a new Toyota, you can go here, through fun, here, woo, and here.
Right now, you can lease a new 2025 Land Cruiser for $499 a month, or lease a new 2025 Tacoma SR5 for just $309 a month.
Your summer starts here, and just keeps on going.
Toyota, let's go places.
You ready to meet the latest addition to the family? The money you saved us with auto owners helped make it all possible. It really is the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Excuse me?
Third best thing. Third best thing.
Auto owners offers a variety of discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance because they think the more you protect, the more you should save. That's simple human sense. Ask your independent agent if auto owners make sense for you.
Check this out.
Rivalries run deep, built over time. Every confrontation, every perceived betrayal, and every exaggerated slight further fuel the contempt. Watch the intensity take center stage during live-only weekend on MLB Network. Tune into 7 live games throughout the weekend, highlighted by Juan Soto's return to Yankee Stadium. Plus, friend-turned-foe Shohei Ohtani takes on his former team, the Angels. Live-only weekend begins Friday, right here on MLB Network.
Atlanta Braves baseball is brought to you by Toyota. Visit your local Toyota dealers today. Toyota, let's go places. By the Georgia Lottery, today could be the day. And by Rooms to Go. Don't miss the Memorial Day sale going on now. 3-1 Atlanta as we head to the 9th inning. 3 runs on 8 hits for the Braves, 1 run, that homer by Wood, and 5 hits for the Nationals. Raisel Iglesias, Frenchie's going to try to get the save here.
Well, you know the old saying, man, when you had a day like he had yesterday, why not get him right back out there? That was the best managers would do it. For him, it's everything's location. You know, you sit there and look, and when he stays down in the zone right there, to me, the changeup, fastball's been elevated at times. The slider hasn't had the bite.
Yeah.
He's got 3, 4, 5 in the order here. Lowe, Ruiz, Garcia. If anybody reaches, then you get to Josh Bell. Lowe for 3 tonight. Olsen over. Iglesias hustles, grabs, tags the bag, 1 away.
As we sit here and laugh, and I know 3 runs is not exactly a juggernaut of an offensive night, but being able to give your closer a 2-run lead, I'm telling you, is a massive difference. You talk to any of those guys that have towed the rubber in the 9th inning, having that run to play with.
Especially when you're coming off this stretch of 6 straight games decided by a single run. Ozuna's homer took it from 2-1 to 3-1. Ruiz out to left center. So that will bring the tying run to the plate here in the 9th.
Crazy thing is that's not a bad pitch. Just seeing that's a pretty good piece of hitting.
Running away from it. Went out and got it. Ruiz is 2 for 4. Now Luis Garcia, who doubled his last time up, takes it downstairs.
Hang on, everybody.
Last season, 4 homers in over 69 innings. This year already 6 and 15 1/3. But Brian Snitker said, this guy has proven at this level time and time again he can do this. Just because he's hit a rough patch, we're not going to run away from him right now. Softly out to left. And
Softly out to left.
Verdugo. So back-to-back opposite field hits. And now the big bopper and Josh Bell coming up.
It's just 6 inches off the plate. But again, I think that's
Hey, Butterfly, can you drop mine in there
At one
too?
point did he come in right there, and I think sometimes
But in the
he's lucky he's starting to
self-molten one.
dive like you're seeing.
Got to be careful with Bell. Change up at the knees.
Change up at the knees.
Four for 12 in his career against Iglesias is Bell.
There you go.
That's good. Inside corner 0-2.
Again, you just keep him thinking in right there. You can paint that, even if that was it for a ball. At least now, if you decide you want to try to go change up the way, you just got his eye level in a different spot.
0-2 pitch. He went golfing.
Now you see emergency swing there. That's the difference right there. You made him aware in. And again, that Singer, Self's not throwing 99 to 100, so he's going on location, mixing pitches, speeds.
Ground ball off of its glove. Has trouble picking it up.
Has trouble picking it up.
Ultimately, they get the out at first. Olsen also had to get his arm out of the way of big Josh Bell.
Yeah.
But everybody's okay. And
Everybody's A-okay. Second and third. 2 outs. No, 1 out.
I was hoping.
He just couldn't get it right here. He got stuck. You can tell his back leg.
No, 1 out.
Right here. You see all his weight was sitting right there, and he couldn't find the ball.
Now he's got to buckle down. Ruiz at second. Or rather, Ruiz at third. Garcia at second, representing the tying run. And Dylan Cruz is the batter.
Dylan Cruz
23-year-old rookie.
is the batter.
Got the strike on the corner.
He represents the tying. No, go ahead one.
Nationals have lost 5 straight. The Braves saw the Pirates take 2 and 3. They're trying to get back on the balance beam. The 2 teams looking for a win tonight. And Iglesias is a strike away.
Iglesias is a strike away. Oh! No! Iglesias. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, blown away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here in the top of the 9th. 2 in scoring position. Ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Both runners will go at the crack of the bat.
Tatum would be next if it gets beyond Cruz.
Tatum will be next if it gets past Cruz.
Allen scoops it up.
Allen scoops it up. Throwing arrow. Tie game. 3-3 each. Blown save for Iglesias.
Heartbreak right now at the top of the 9th for the Atlanta Braves. The first error that Nick Allen has made all season, and it comes at a very inopportune time.
His feet almost got tangled. Looks like he had a clean thing on the ball. Watch how he double clutches here. See that?
Safe.
Boy, the air just totally went out of this place. The only other shortstop in baseball who had not made an error this year, Mason Wynn. And a brand new ball game. Now you got to buckle down and try to keep it at 3 apiece. There's a strike to Tana. Runner goes for second. And safe. Stolen base. Dylan
Safe.
Cruz.
Stolen base.
Well, the Nationals were swept by the Cardinals the last 3 games. They scored 3 total runs, and their offense was struggling again here tonight. But now, with that error, all even at 3, they will try to take the lead. And a 3-1 count to Tatum.
You know, and right here in this situation, man, you got a base open. You don't have to give him anything to hit here 3-1.
In the air, left field. Verdugo over. And into the front row. Well, thinking ahead now to the bottom of the 9th, the Braves will have White, Allen, and Verdugo scheduled. First, you got Drake Baldwin as an option to come off the bench to pinch hit as well. Missed inside. And the top of the ninth continues. Rick Kranitz comes out. Gosh, Frenchie, you hate it for so many reasons, right? That feel like the team needed to win. Iglesias could have used the save for a little morale boost, and Nick Allen has played such incredible defense all year long, and the first real miscue he has comes here to tie the game.
Well, and just leading up to that too, though. Ball before that was a double play ball, or at least you get a guy at second, right? And if you don't turn it, that ball doesn't tie the ball game up. So there's just so many things that keep unraveling, and I think that's why it's a good mound visit for Rick Kranitz, because at the end of the day, you tell him, look, we got to get this out. We got a chance to win the ball game in the ninth inning. This isn't end-all, be-all. I know it sucks, quite frankly, but at the end of the day, you got to find a way to win this ball game. Get the 9-hole hitter here.
Alex Call, who came in last time and got hit by a pitch in the eighth inning. Now he bats again in the ninth.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss.
Swing and a miss.
Got to find a way to dig deep here, man. I know it's not the way you wanted it to go, but
inside. Yeah.
Inside.
Just a lot of drama over the last week and a half.
I hear you. This is where, I mean, I hate to say this, where you find out what type of team you have.
Yeah.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
1 ball, 2 strikes now.
Alex Call has not been playing a ton this year, but when he has played, he has hit the ball pretty well, hitting over 300.
Yeah.
14 runs driven in.
That left arm still hurt from Daysville Hernandez setting up.
They got 97 on the left tricep. 1-2.
1-2.
Struck him out.
Struck him out.
Trying to get called. Nats get 2. Here we go to the bottom of the ninth.
Trying to keep it.
Some moments are too big to miss.
4 swings, 4 homers. This place is going wild.
MLB Tonight brings you closer to the biggest plays from around the league as they happen.
Wild play!
Plus, highlights and reactions from the moments that matter most.
We're going to get that win today, but we're going to keep going.
Yeah.
MLB Tonight, only on MLB Network.
The power of baseball goes beyond the field. It starts with kindness, reaching out a helping hand. Even the smallest gestures mean the world to a lot of people. Together.
Yeah.
Lots of great baseball building and good guess, by the way. Good luck trying to hit that, man. It's unhittable. This is the show that never ends. The Nationals get 2 unearned in the top half, and now bottom of the ninth, 3-3. Another ball game going down to the wire for Atlanta. Allen on deck, he'll have a chance at revenge, but it starts with Eli White and then Verdugo due up third in the order. And it's still Rutledge on the mound here for Washington.
And I'd love to see McAllen get up there with a chance and win the ball game.
See if White can set the table.
Guy's been so good at shortstop, like you said, and one play right at that time.
Just the bobble, the double clutch, and then the throwing error. Eli White off the glove of Garcia. Great speed at first. Eli White reaching. Nunez in there at second, and they really like him. They put him in late as a defensive replacement often. but he couldn't stop this one off the bat of Eli White.
Yeah, that ball scorched right there. Bottom of the zone, two-seamer, and it just ate him up. That's
Yeah.
one where you throw the glove at it, Brandon. You either get it or you don't. See if they bunt right here or try to find a way to get him over.
A check on Eli White back in.
Check on Eli White.
It is a hit for Eli White, the 9th Braves hit tonight. Allen already squaring.
Allen already squaring.
Lays it down right back to the mound, but the only play at first.
Only play is at first.
After that throwing, you're able to lay down the bunt. Held White in scoring position.
That's the thing.
Putting White in scoring position.
Great job right here. You can see the concert.
1 on, 1 off. The go ahead is on second. Brand new, welcome.
Now you get a Verdugo knock right here. Everybody's drinking a beer and they're happy. All right? And we'll come back in a minute.
There you go.
And we'll get you to the action.
Now grab a beer or something.
Hey, we're getting ready.
We'll get you back to the action here momentarily.
Get your team signed up now.
Whenever you want food, family, and fun, make it features and moment.
Turn on MLB Tonight's all-new national pregame show 5 at 5 as Greg, Harold, and Dan preview all the night's matchups.
Free beer, free nerds out. I'm just excited to put any pair of cleats on.
MLB Tonight's national pregame show weekdays on MLB Network.
You love the players.
50-50.
You love the game. Now you can own baseball greatness. MLB Auction lets you bid on game used and autographed bats, balls, jerseys, and more. With items added all season long from your favorite major league teams, legends, and players. Each item is MLB authenticated to ensure the item shipped directly to your home is the real deal. Want a piece of the game? Visit auctions.mlb.com.
Crushes it.
They thought it was gone. With anyone else, it just might have been.
The left field. That is gone. Royce Lewis puts his team on top. Buxton racing in. He'll die. He'll get there. Tie ball game here at the bottom of the ninth. Winning run in scoring position. Top of the order, and Verdugo coming up. And the new pitcher is an 11-year veteran who's been around, but the Nationals just signed him on May 1st, and that's Andrew Chafin.
Yeah, let's welcome him to the NL East. What do you say?
I like the
Let's
sound
set
of
the
that.
scene here. You got Verdugo off. He's 4 for 10 off him. Riley will not get to hit because no matter what happens, they're going to put him on and face Olsen. Olsen's 1 for 3 off him. So you got 2 chances right here. The good news is you got great speed at second. So anything to the outfield on a line, you can win this ball game.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Here we go. Slider got the call around that outside corner.
You can see in left field, Woods playing very shallow right here. Chafin's going to kind of throw that slider, and Verdugo, as you can see, we've seen him before do a good job of kind of punching that ball through the hole.
Good job by Ruiz to keep that in front of it. Well, if you're the Braves, you certainly have the guy you want at second base. Fastest man on the team, Eli White.
Eli White is the fastest man on the team.
One ball, one strike from Chafin. And he had Verdugo out in front.
He had Verdugo out in front.
Chafin was pitching earlier this year in AAA with the Tigers. They released him on April 30th, and because of all the issues the Nats have had in the bullpen, they saw a veteran, a reliable arm out there, and they went and got him. Verdugo keeps that back.
I mean, you almost have to sell out slider. I hate to say it. He's not going to blow you away with the fastball. If he throws it, you try to foul it off or jam yourself to left field. But I think he's just showing you in the first 4 pitches how he's going to try to get you out right here.
Yeah.
2 balls, 2 strikes, and a spin and a look at Eli White.
Pickoff move to second.
Kind of timing him up a little bit, and I think that's why you saw Chapin try to go back there.
Two. Verdugo bounces that one foul.
Bounces that one foul.
Wiley just got a souvenir over there.
Yeah, hopefully Wiley's about to do a walk-off interview and get Gatorade dumped all over that blue shirt.
Like the sound of that. The last 3 Braves wins have all been in extra innings. See if they can do it in 9 here tonight. 2-2. Another bouncer, 3 of 2.
I mean, that's 6 straight sliders. So again, if you're Verdugo, you've seen them all.
But there's got to be a part of your mind that says, God, surely he's not going to throw that again.
Well, I think he's showing you he is. But if he does throw a fastball, like you said, he doesn't throw 95 anymore. So it's trust yourself that you can foul that off if you have to, or even poke it right down the third baseline.
Verdugo 1 for 4. He had that double all the way back in the first. Another foul ball.
Another foul ball.
7 slider.
Will there be an 8?
Charge.
I was betting, yep.
You don't do that, though. Appreciate your honesty. Payoff pitch. Ground ball.
Yes! Here comes Eli White. That is ball game. Come on in.
Yes, sir.
Did you ever get off the fastball?
No, I mean, I faced that guy a good amount of times, but I mean, honestly, guys with 2-seamers love to run them in, so I just kind of stayed ready for that. I was surprised to see like 6-7 straight sliders. I was kind of like, oh, what's going on here? But you know, I knew at some point he was going to leave one out over, and he did, and you know, we put a good swing on it.
Another key ingredient that inning beyond the Eli White base.
See you, folks. Maybe tomorrow.